where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
From the shotgun, it's Williams. He's got a man. That's DJ Moore. And he'll be taken down. Do we have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up first and goal?
First and 10 at the 10-yard line.
What is up? Here's Hall. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's second and goal.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits. What do you feel comfortable dialing up here on second and goal?
Williams to throw on second down. And he's in! Caleb Williams. Touchdown, Chicago.
Well, coming into the game, Mike, I'm not sure if we thought anyone would score a point. So this is certainly a really fun way to see the game open up. Points are going to be hard to come by, so the ability to get out and take that lead, now the pressure is on your opponent to chase you, and I would say some pretty unfavorable conditions.
Santos is good on the extra point, and the Bears will take a 7-0 lead. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. This one taken at the 7. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here we go, set, ready.
Now the first carry of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll push forward like a little snowplow. Gain a yard as the snow intensifies. From the 22 now, here's second down and 9. From the gun, it's Love. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Here we go, black ultra. Black, check.
From the gun, on third down, it's Love. And it'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. To break the huddle, coming up now for first and 10. Throwing, Willis. Right back to Watson. Another grab. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
First and 10 at the
Run
48-yard line.
A run up the middle with Jacobs. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So after 7-0 is our score. We're back to Soldier Field after this. We begin quarter number 2. The Packers have the football. They've got it. Second down and 2. Willis now to throw. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. The Bears have it.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up, against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Williams. He'll be brought down just shy of midfield. Pick up of 11 yards on that one. Good for a Bears first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On the give, it's Hall. He gets free. Still going. And he will go all the way. Breece Hall. Touchdown, Bears. Touchdown number 15 for him on the season.
Well, on one sideline, you're ecstatic. You couldn't have dreamed up a better start. 2 drives, 2 long touchdowns. But then across the field, they've got to answer some hard questions. They've got to figure out exactly what they're doing wrong defensively. Because if there's one thing in the NFL, you cannot give up big plays, and you especially can't give up big plays for touchdowns.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. This will be returned from the 6. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here we go. Here it's ready.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That one on target to Watson. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
Hustle, hustle.
A gain of 22 yards.
19 Tigers, 19 Tigers.
Now Willis. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
That's catch number 80 in this campaign. And it gives his team a first down.
Come on, come on.
On 1st and 10, here comes Jacobs. They converge on him quickly. They'll only get a couple. Shermark Spooner at top. On the tackle.
So his team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play. It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. You can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle, and he's able to secure a nice catch.
Good blocking to the 15. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line. They've got it. It'll be 1st and goal after a pickup of 21.
Sometimes all it takes is that one key block to spring this back. He's just so good in open space, and man, that was a heck of a run, and it sets up 1st and goal.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. 1st down and goal.
1918. 70 Timberwolves.
Here's Willis. And they'll get this down to the 3, but no further. It'll be 2nd and goal.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Drop 60, drop 60. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Jacobs.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Looking for that final yard. It's 3rd and goal.
Cowboy 80.
To throw, here's Willis. And he's in. Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Green Bay.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. From the 6, here comes a return. A good return as he takes it across the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
What is up?
On 1st and 10, it's Williams. That's out left and complete to Burton. And he's going to be out of bounds, just shy of midfield. Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a first down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here's Williams on 1st and 10. He'll send this one deep for Odunze. And this will be incomplete.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ends it up being a wasted down.
On 2nd and 10, Williams once more. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete. Holston Loveland was the intended receiver. And it's going to be 3rd down.
What is up?
Throw it again. It's Williams. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
All right, so after that rough series throwing the ball, conventional wisdom says, hey, we got to come out, we got to establish some run, we've got to mix in some runs. And while they certainly want balance, they don't also want to just become one-dimensional. So take easy throws, give your quarterback a couple easy completions, let him see the ball get completed, and it's amazing how quickly your passing game can turn around.
Willis. He'll let this one rip, looking for Watson. Oh, the defender able to get his head around and intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson.
Willis's pass intercepted. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
They will start it on the ground to run that clock. Breece Hall inside the 20. And he's going to take this into the end zone. Sensational play for the moment. There's a marker down. I don't think he's going to like the result of this flag.
Cairo Santos to kick off.
3rd quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. To return this from the 10. We'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second.
To throw is Willis. Flushed to his left. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
If he's able to get the ball out of his hand on time, that's probably a completion, but there's a little hesitation for one reason or another, and by the time he lets it go, he has a defender bearing down on him and leads to an incompletion.
That's number 7 so far in this one, and a first down. Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. Throwing is Willis. This one complete. Right side, it's Watson. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. That catch puts him over the 100-yard mark here tonight. And it gives the team a first down.
19 yards. First down, Green Bay.
Cut 19! Cut 19!
Throwing, Willis. He's going to go deep. Looking for Reed. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete. Jaden Reed was the intended target. And it'll lead to a second down.
Let's go now!
Willis to throw. He'll get this one out to Jacobs. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
That one intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take over here up near the 40.
Intercepted. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 39.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
What is up?
Quick slant, looked in by Moore. That keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 2.
What is up?
On the run, here's Hall. To the 20. And he will score. Breece Hall, touchdown Chicago. 2 touchdowns for him in the game, and 16 on the year. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here we go.
Willis now to throw. The open man is Reed. He's got it. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
10 yards on the
inches.
19 Lions.
They'll look to throw. A quick slant. Look in by Watson. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. He has been busy. 9 receptions on the game, and that was a first down.
19 tight. 19 tight.
First down.
Now, faking the give, he'll take a shot for Watson. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Christian Watson, the intended receiver. And that will lead to a second down.
And you see the coach on the sideline just kind of shake his head. He's got to have a conversation with his quarterback to just make better decisions. I mean, that was almost his 3rd interception of the game. He's got to just take a deep breath. Don't continue to force throws into bad spots. Take what's there, find the open target, and maintain possession.
3rd and inches. We'll try to run it here with Jacobs. And he will have a Packers first down. Have it by plenty, too. Keeping the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
And with this field position, Mike, I think you're looking at this like it's 4-down territory. So I think they're able to get it there on 3rd down. But even if he didn't, I think that 3rd down call was all about setting up. If we needed to, we'll go for it on 4th.
To the left side in the hands of Watson. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. That's his 2nd catch on the drive. This one is good for 20 yards. So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
It's a pickup of 6.
Here comes 2nd and 4.
The 12-yard line.
Throwing, Willis. Here's a screen taken in by Jacobs. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass.
It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive linemen to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers in secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all 3 levels played disciplined, good football with good vision. That's why they're able to stop him for no gain.
And that'll be incomplete. What turns out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. Willis now to throw. That's 3rd time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Jermaine Johnson. He's inside the 40. Inside the 20. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Bears. So they make the decision on 4th down to try to go for it. Instead, it goes back the other way for a big 6.
Yeah, and anytime you go for it on 4th down, you're saying, hey, we don't mind rolling the dice and taking some chances. In this case, it backfires. The defense is able to capitalize, and they take it all the way back the other way.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field.
At their own 22-yard line.
It's the tight end Kraft in motion. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And out of bounds. They're going to mark him at the 35. That one good for a dozen. A very quick first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
There's that man again. Another catch. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. That's a dozen. Catch number 12 and a first down. First and 10. They'll run with Jacobs. And he will lose yardage on the play. They knock him back to midfield.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground. And a big reason they find themselves trailing and another loss of yards.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a third down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
For the middle, that one caught by Watson. And he'll try to get to the marker, but he's going to wind up a yard or two short. Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. He's got a man. That's Watson. And he's going to have the Packers first down. That'll wind up a gain of 11 on fourth down. Toward the outside. Catch made by Watson. And he's close to another first down. He's brought down just shy of the marker.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Trying to connect with Romeo Doubs that time. Now it's going to be third down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
On third down, they go with Jacobs. He is down at the 14, but will have the first down. Here's Willis. That's complete to Watson. And the Packers are going to have first and goal coming up. Tackle made at the 3-yard line.
That's another Packers
Ready? Now Willis. He puts it up, and it's caught. Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Packers. He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Now, after that last play, we have an injured Bear on the field. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. Get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The drive begins with a run. It's Hall. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
So these situations, Mike, are always very tricky for a play caller. Of course you want to keep the clock moving. You're just trying to run the game out and maintain this lead, but you also don't want to become overly predictable. So with the defense just selling out to stop the run, I think they have to mix in a few high completion percentage passes to just at least keep them off balance.
The defense uses its second timeout here, and don't forget, clock to the stop when we hit the 2-minute warning as well. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's third down. Now Williams. He'll set up the screen to Hall, and he couldn't get free along the sideline. He's out of bounds, no gain, and it sets up fourth down. The Bears send out their punt team as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there.
At their own 47-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
To throw, here's Willis. That's the 4th time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Kyler Gordon. And the Bears are in great shape here as they take over at their 46.
Just really a disappointing performance. I'm a little surprised, Mike, that he continues to put the ball in danger this often. I mean, to make a couple mistakes early on, that happens, but at some point you got to make a correction, and until he does, this defense just continues to make him pay.
We're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
1-yard gain.
Packers going to use their final timeout now, and they'll get together prior to the second down play. Another run here with Hall. Strong running there, pushing his way forward to gain a couple. This defense in desperate need of a stop, and here comes third down. They'll drop to throw. That's for the big rookie out of Michigan, Holston Loveland. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line. A pickup there of 25 yards. First down, Chicago. Here comes Hall on this toss to the right. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Give up the middle with Hall. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's third down.
I think a little bit of what's happened here, Mike, is this offense is having some trouble matching the level of physicality of the defense. So physically, they're getting beat at the point of attack, and I think these last two plays are a great example why.
So this one in the win column for the Bears. They get the home victory here in the division in the first of their two scheduled matchups. A chance to go for the season sweep on the road later in the season.